WIFO FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, 105.5 FM. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, Murphy Builder Supply, First Southern Bank, and Van's Barbecue.
Hi, Wayne and surrounding counties. This is Sean O'Quinn with O'Quinn & Associates. The one constant in life is change. Throughout our lives, we will go down roads that we never imagined. I have decided that it is time for me to make a change. I have decided to start my own independent insurance agency. What does this mean for you? Better rates and multiple companies. Give us a call at our new number, 912-385-1000, or stop by and see us. We are still at 212 South 1st Street, and we look forward to serving you.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jesup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jesup.
Hi, I'm Raymond Brown.
And I'm Mandy Yeomans. At First Southern Bank, our customers are like family. As a locally owned community bank, we're dedicated to helping our clients succeed.
We have loans for every need, whether it's personal or business. We have lines of credit, auto loans, equipment loans, and of course, we offer mortgages. Stop by our bank or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to barbecue, Van's Barbecue in Jesup is the place to be. A small family-owned business located at 1876 on the Savannah Highway. Van's Barbecue has lunch and dinner special. Stop by or call to make an order. The number to call, 427-3358. Van's Barbecue's new manager is Sarah Van. Van's Barbecue offers potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, and don't forget their delicious mac and cheese. Also, check out their shrimp plates, the best in town. Yes, when it comes to barbecue, head to Van's Barbecue, locally owned and operated. Stop by and tell them the Big Dog sent you. Once again, the number to order, 427-3358.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jesup here on this Tuesday morning, 19th day of July. And Bob, how you doing?
I'm good.
You ready for those two exciting meetings today? School board and City of Jesup?
I'm not looking forward to it, but I'll be there.
Well, let's just hope they take care of business and look after the citizens of Jesup and Wayne County, especially the city one, because, you know, we know the fireworks that happened at the last city council meeting. Let's hope they keep the topic, keep to the subjects, keep to the agenda, and take care of the important matters for the city of Jesup and the citizens of Jesup.
Hopefully you understand there's an all-star game tonight. So
I don't know if that's going to be on their mind, but what time does All-Star first pitch?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. So that's 5 o'clock out there in L.A. So 8 o'clock first pitch, probably just a little bit after that, I imagine. But right around 8 o'clock will be the All-Star game there in Los Angeles. And so hopefully it'll be a good game, nice and close and everything. And maybe the National League can finally win one. I know they win one once in a blue moon, but it seems like the American League wins more often than not for some reason. I don't know why, but for some reason.
They dominated the last.
I know they had that.
So.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe the National League can put one out. Be nice.
Okay. Any of your Pirates on there?
No, I haven't even looked. I don't think so.
Okay, I just wanted to see if any of your Pirates happen to be.
I think they have one representative from each team, so I'm sure somebody made it. But
okay, you don't know. But the Braves have 5, is that right?
The Braves have 5 players on the team. Right.
5 guys. They're on the All-Star team.
Just glad to see Austin Riley get selected. They said he wasn't selected in the vote, but Max Fried couldn't make it, so Austin Riley took his place. So I'm glad. But to me, he's having an All-Star season. Definitely should be there, so I'm glad he's there.
Okay. And who was that player that you were talking about in sports that wants all that money? Who is he? That's that the home run
Juan
king?
Soto. He won the home run derby, but he just turned down a 15 years, $440 million contract from the Washington Nationals.
And what's his name again?
Juan Soto.
And he was the home run king last night.
Yeah,
he turned down $400 and something million.
$440 million for 15 years. Would have been the largest baseball contract in history. But
does he need to have his head examined?
It's just sad. You see $440 million. You realize what you could do for $440 million?
But that's a 15-year contract.
15-year contract.
Yeah. Would you want to be with the Washington Nationals for 15 years? No. Oh, here's our call. We're going to be back with Tyler Harper on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in just a moment. Stay tuned. Take a step forward in the right direction with a new career. Contact us here at Jesup Broadcasting about our current openings for account executives, full-time or part-time. You will be trained to offer local businesses effective radio and digital advertising and marketing solutions. You will earn salary plus commission. Call or text to set up an interview at 912-427-3711. 912-427-3711. Call weekdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and ask for Mr. Hubbard. Text us anytime. You can also send resumes to cwhubbard@bellsouth.net. cwhubbard@bellsouth.net. Begin a new and rewarding career with WIFO and WLOP Radio. Jesup Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer. We look forward to hearing from you.
And welcome to the World Famous Butch and Bob Show. On the phone with us is a special guest running for Agriculture Commissioner, Mr. Tyler Harper. Tyler, appreciate you being here on the show.
Good morning. Glad to be with y'all. Thank y'all for having us on this morning. Great to take an opportunity to spend a few moments with us and talk about our campaign.
You're a South Georgia man. We met you several years ago at Chad Nimmer's Peanuts, Pies, and Politics. That's the first time I met you. I've known you for several years, but for people listening, tell us a little bit about your history in politics and why you're running for this Agriculture Commissioner spot.
Yes, sir. Well, it's been great to run into y'all over the years, like you said, and Chad Nimmer's a great guy, and his event's always a good one every year. Though Stephen Meeks has continued that tradition. But I'm from Osceola, Georgia, small town, Irwin County, born and raised there, grew up on the family farm, and still in the same piece of dirt that's been in my family for over 125 years, and that somebody has farmed in my family for over 125 years. Have a peanut, cotton, timber, and beef cattle operation over here, and just 7 generations in the same general vicinity and of our family, and so 7 generations of farming tradition in my family here in South Georgia. And look, I'm running to be the next Commissioner of Agriculture because I want to fight for our farmers and our producers, our consumers, our agribusinesses across the state to ensure our number one industry continues to be successful. And agriculture is who I am, what I am, and what I'm about. I've lived and breathed it my entire life, from FFA to 4-H to my college educations at ABAC and UGA, and for the last 10 years serving in the Georgia State Senate. We've done everything. We've worked hard every day to ensure that our farmers and producers and our consumers were put at the forefront of those conversations and making sure that they had a voice under the gold dome. And I want to continue to be that voice as the next Commissioner of Agriculture. And I think all of that foundation has set me up to serve our state well in that role.
Everyone in Wayne County knows how important agriculture is for our area, and I'm sure it's important in Osceola as well. But what's the state of the agriculture right now in the state of Georgia? How do you see it?
It's been a pretty tough year in agriculture from a lot of different perspectives. You got with inflation at a 40-plus year high. It's continuing to hammer not only consumers across the country and across the state, but also is impacting our ag producers because input costs are significantly increased, and fertilizer prices have been at record highs. Diesel prices, have been at record highs. All of those input costs have put a strain on the farm, and it costs you more to produce a crop today than it did a year ago because a lot of those price increases and inflation and input cost increases, and a lot of it's due to failed policies that we see, and failed energy policies, as well as ongoing conflicts around the world, like the Ukrainian-Russia conflict that's going on right now, that has had a significant impact on the global supply chain when it comes to fertilizer and other products and all of that has just been has continued to exponentially increase the cost of production. And on the flip side, we've seen the cotton market tumble. We've seen other markets do some interesting things, and which has caused you not be able to sell your product at a rate that you really need to really be able to offset the input costs that we're seeing. So it's been, from a pricing perspective, it's been a pretty rough year in agriculture, and I think it's estimated that net farm income will be down 5% this year over last, and at the same time you're putting more money out there. So it's a tough time to be involved in ag, but even with all of that going on, we've got to find ways to continue to make sure we get more of the retail dollar back to the family farm. At the end of the day, that's what we've got to do, and making sure that we have those policies in place that allow us to do that. And there's a lot of ways we can do that. We can ensure that we're producing more of the things that we need here at home in our own borders, here in the state of Georgia or here in America. And by doing that, we can ensure that producers can be successful. Agriculture is national security, and we've got to ensure that agriculture has the resources it needs to be successful, because without us providing our own food, our own fiber, our own shelter, we're less safe as a community, we're less safe as a state, we're less safe as a country. And, we did some of that this past session by passing the Freedom to Farm bill, among other things. But we've got to continue to have those policies in place that allow us to ensure that agriculture is successful. And I've got the background, experience, the knowledge, the understanding of the industry to know that. And I'm involved in agriculture day in and day out myself, so I'm seeing those price increases on my farm just like everyone else is. And, I know what folks are dealing with, and I think that's the type of commissioner that you need, is somebody that understands those issues firsthand and knows ways to try to find ways to help solve those issues. And we're going to go work every day to ensure that we're working to do that. But thank goodness for the rain we've had, because the dry weather's been pretty rough on our crops across the state, livestock as well, with trying to feed. But it's been an up and down year so far in agriculture. But folks in ag are very resilient, and I think we'll see our way through it.
And if you're just joining us on the phone with us, is Tyler Harper. He's the Republican candidate for Agriculture Commissioner in November. It's a statewide race, Tyler. So we've on our newscast, we've reported what Stacey Abrams and the governor are raising and run these statewide campaigns. Is it the same for Ag Commissioner? Where do you find the funding to run a statewide campaign, and what's the campaign like? Are you traveling all across the state of Georgia? Are you going county to county? How's it work?
So you are right. Ag Commissioner is a statewide campaign, just like governor is. We're on the campaign trail every day, traveling all across the state, working to meet as many people as we can. That Georgia has almost 11 million citizens. It's going to be impossible for us to meet them all, but we're going to do everything we can to meet as many of them as possible. But at the same time, it does take resources, like you mentioned, and we're working to try to raise those resources through fundraisers and meet and greets and such as we travel the state. And we've been fortunate to have friends all across the state that have been willing to help us in that regard and help us host those events and help us raise the resources we need to run our campaign. It's not going to cost as much to run for Ag Commissioner as it does for Governor, but it's still a pretty significant price tag to be able to get your message out across the state, to ensure voters know who you are and why you're the best person for the job, which we believe that we are the best person and the right person for the job. So it takes a lot to get that message out there. But it's been a great run so far. We've been on the campaign trail almost a year now, and we've just been working every day as we travel this state from Clayton to Donaldsonville, from Walker County to Glenn County. It's been and everywhere in between. It's been a great opportunity to get out and visit and meet folks and travel around and host events. And like today, we got an event today in Ocilla. We got Herschel Walker coming to town. We're doing rolling out an Ag Coalition effort jointly with Herschel today, and he's going to be in Ocilla for a rally in town today, and we look forward to hosting him and helping him get across the finish line in November as they work to help us get across the finish line in November, because at the end of the day, this is a joint effort up and down the Republican ticket, and we're glad to have him working hard to ensure that our agricultural industry is put first, and understanding why we need to ensure that we have the right voices in Washington, D.C., especially with the Farm Bill conversation coming up. But today's event's a perfect example of what we've been doing all across the state, and working to garner support and host events so voters can come hear from us firsthand to understand why we're the right person to lead our state as the next ag commissioner.
If someone's out there listening, Tyler, they want to learn more about your campaign, where's the best way to, where's the information at? What kind of website do you have? Where should they go?
Yes, sir. So we do have a website. It's TylerHarperGA.com. That's TylerHarperGA.com, or you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. All of that is at TylerHarperGA. So at TylerHarperGA on all the social media profiles. Love for anybody to look us up, sign up, to volunteer, like us, tweet us, or any of that on social media, and love to have your help and support in our efforts to lead our industry, State Department of Agriculture, and be the voice for the ag industry in our state as the next ag commissioner.
Okay.
Tyler, Butch Harper here. Most of the citizens of Georgia live in the urban areas, especially the Atlanta area, and when you're talking to folks down here in South Georgia, we're very agricultural oriented. It's, you think we're your the people that you know that you're really concerned about in agriculture. But when you're talking to the urban folks, what's your message to them as agriculture commissioner? They always, seems like citizens look to our government officials and what they can do for them. What do you talk to the urbanites about?
I think the one thing that we really talk about to ensure that people really understand how important the industry is pointing out the fact that agriculture and the Department of Agriculture in and of itself interacts with every Georgian every day. Whether you go to the gas pump to get gas, the Department of Agriculture in some way touched that. So the Agriculture Commissioner had something to do that. Whenever you call your local pest control company to come out to spray your house for bugs, the Department of Agriculture, the Agriculture Commissioner had something to do with that. Or it's just to having food on your table that evening or during lunch, or when you send your kids to school and they got a meal, a nutritious meal at the school lunchroom. All of that and the supply chain are all tied together, and the Department of Agriculture in some way interacted with that and had something to do with that. So it's I don't know of another agency that interacts with Georgians as much as the department does, and in a lot of ways, the Georgia consumer doesn't realize that the department interacts with them so much. So we've been trying to share that message of how the department interacts with you as a citizen every day. And at the same time, I think COVID has given us an opportunity in the agricultural community to really tell our story, because Georgians and Americans are through the COVID pandemic, if there was something that come out of that was positive, it's the fact that they wanted to learn more about where their food comes from, more about the supply chain, more about why wasn't there bread on the shelves, how did that happen, and those questions are great for us to be able to inform the consumer of the importance of that constant flow and that constant supply chain, and how agriculture interacts with that day in and day out. And the current global conflict we have with Russia and Ukraine, and the fact that agriculture is a global economy, has also given us an opportunity to tell that story. And people are asking those questions, and why agriculture is national security, and why it's important to ensure that we're doing everything we can to support it here at home. And those messages have been ringing at home in the more metropolitan areas of our state. I really believe that's the message that folks are understanding. I think we've had some opportunities to really build on that, and we look forward to continuing to share that message of why the Ag Commissioner and why the Department of Agriculture and why agriculture in general is important to every Georgian every day. And I think at the end of the day, I think folks will see that we're the most qualified candidate to serve in that role to ensure that agriculture continues to be prominent in our state, and it's something that we can rest
you know, you and your family farmers over there in Ocilla, Irwin County, and you got State Representative Stephen Meeks and his family involved in farming over here. Do y'all ever talk shop?
Yes, sir. We talk shop quite a bit. Stephen and I are dear friends. He and I go way back. I guess you could say, I did a fellowship with Senator Chambliss, and Stephen was working with Senator Saxby Chambliss at the time, and he and I have got to know each other through that and other relationships over the years. But we've got to become really good friends over the years, and I'm glad that he's serving in the General Assembly now. He does a phenomenal job for Southeast Georgia and serving in that capacity, and is a phenomenal asset and champion for Georgia agriculture and the Georgia ag industry and rural Georgia. Just does a great job. And we do talk shop quite a bit. We do talk issues in ag and trying to find ways to solve them, and how he and I can work together with our colleagues to ensure that Georgia agriculture continues to be successful and sustainable all at the same time. And I look forward to that opportunity as the next ag commissioner, and him being a legislator, and us working together in a different capacity going forward, and ensuring that our state continues to be the best place to live, work, worship, and raise a family, and that agriculture continues to be successful here. But it's having great people like Stephen Meeks that will allow me as the Commissioner of Agriculture to be able to be successful. Without folks like him, it's going to be difficult to do so. So I want to encourage y'all to keep sending him to Atlanta, keep sending him to the Gold Dome, because he's a phenomenal voice for Southeast Georgia. And I'm proud to call him a friend, and I look forward to our work together.
Well, Tyler, we wish you the best. We look forward to you visiting over here in the Wayne County area, hopefully soon during your campaign. And any time that you want to be on the show, just let us know.
Yes, sir. Well, awesome. Well, thank you all guys this morning. Thank you for having me on. Great to be with you. Look forward to visiting with you all soon. And for anybody out there we have to visit with, hope we'll get a chance to visit with you. Love to have your help and support. And look forward to serving our state as the next ag commissioner. Thank y'all guys for having us.
Well, take care and have a good time with Herschel Walker today over there in Ocilla.
Yes, sir, we will. If anybody wants to come, it's at 11:30 in Ocilla at Bad Ash Motors. So y'all come on if you're willing. But yes, sir, thank you. We should have a good event.
Okay, take care. All right, Tyler Harper, Republican candidate for Agriculture Commissioner, here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Yeah, you interviewed him before when he was over this way, didn't you? Because I remember, we had somebody from Ocilla, Georgia, running for Agriculture Commissioner.
Yeah, we've had him several times. Like I said, met him years ago. I said the first Penis, Pies, and Politics was when I first met him. He's been there ever since. But I said he made this decision to run for the ag commissioner, so it's good to have him on the show.
Yeah. I remember he had to be. I think he was on before when he was running for for the Republican primary. Because I remember, Ocilla. Yeah, they got a lot of family over that way toward Tifton, Moultrie area. It's good to have Tyler Harper on the world famous Butch and Bob Show this morning from Ocilla, Irwin County, state senator, farmer over there, running for Agriculture Commissioner on the Republican ticket. And you said we had another candidate coming up this weekend. This week on the world famous Butch and Bob Show.
Fred Anderson running for county council in District 4 on the show Thursday. Fred
Anderson running for county commissioner. Okay. And he's running against incumbent, right?
He's running against James Thomas.
All right. We're trying to get all the candidates on. We've still got a ways before the election, which will be that first Tuesday in November. But it's just amazing that the advertising that's going on right now for the governor is just out the roof, I mean, the frequency of ads right now is usually what you see in September and October, here in June and July, and it's just amazing that those negative ads. I just want folks to know, they can basically say what they want to say on there. They're trying to put fear and doubt, whichever ad that you see on whatever side it may be. You got two different ideologies. No matter what the position is, and you have to go with that ideology more than you have to do with the fear and doubt of one particular candidate. So just letting folks know that as they see ads, because that's what they try to do, is put fear and doubt in someone's mind about a particular candidate, when you've got to go with more of the ideology of the party that you're voting for than you do just the candidate himself or herself. So Just think about that when you're seeing all that. You know, it's always amazing me on the television ads when they're talking negative about a candidate. They'll make them look like almost the color will be faded, almost like a black and white. And, it's just amazing what they do on those TV ads when they're talking negative about a candidate, no matter which side it is. I mean, it's just, they try to make them look bad, not only from the audio standpoint, from the video standpoint of not looking totally in color, kind of a off color. So, I know folks are going to be just tired. I mean, I know folks are already tired of seeing it here in June, July. Imagine when it gets in September and October, as that happens. Just gets old. Gets old. But it'll continue on for the governor and for Senate. A lot of hard campaigning going on.
A lot of money being spent.
Yep, a lot of money. So Herschel's over in Ocilla today. Got a big old...
Should ask Tyler, where's Gary Black? Anybody seen Gary Black?
Gary hadn't heard from Gary. And he's still agriculture commissioner.
He's kind of disappeared from the scene. So
he lost big time to Herschel and for the Senate there, but he's just kind of stepped out of the limelight and letting the spotlight be on Herschel.
I wonder if he's changed his mind about supporting Herschel. The last thing he said, he wanted to support Herschel.
I have no idea.
Just, I said, haven't seen a hide of hair of him since the...
No, you haven't seen hide of hair of him. You hadn't heard from him, but... that's
where these politicians are when they get beat. They just disappear.
Yeah.
Locally, the same way. They get beat, and they go to the closet. They close the door. You don't see them forever.
What do you expect them to do?
Still be active.
Still be active?
Yeah.
You just lost an election. Why would you want to still be active? Yeah, you've lost it. The public has spoken. More of the folks wanted the other candidate than you, and so you just sit back and let the spotlight be on them. Now that's what most candidates do. Now there's some candidates and politicians out there that will continue to flap their jaws and try to be relevant, but most of them just kind of sit back and just let it go.
They disappear.
Just totally disappear.
It's like off the radar.
Yeah. Well,
it's just funny to me.
I think it's the way it is. Yeah. They got beat, so you sit back and let the limelight be on them, the winners.
Well, just interesting.
Boy, with another shooting there, I can't remember all the details about it, but you had that shooter yesterday or the day before, and you had a person there with a licensed gun able to take this person down before he had a chance to kill anybody else, and he's being praised as a hero.
That's right, 22-year-old. Thankfully, he was there.
Luckily, that didn't happen in Los Angeles County out there, or the DA would have prosecuted him. Or the DA in San Francisco. If you see some of these DAs out there, I mean, somebody broke into a home out there, and the homeowner shot the folks who came into the home, and this person has been charged with manslaughter by the DA in that particular county out there in California.
Too bad he wasn't the school shooting. At least he acted.
Yeah. So. Yeah, 70, all this police there, and they waited over an hour to do anything.
That's a mess over there.
Yeah, it is a mess over there. Now, you think the sheriff would have been in charge there unless you had the feds come in and say, all right, we're taking over. But it sounds like no one came in and said, we're taking over. Until that point, the sheriff, it was in his county, he would have been the one in charge until that time period when the feds say we're taking over. But apparently no one just walked in and said, well, we're taking over.
It's a hard story to understand because you're talking to a law enforcement officer that you know of. They all look at you and say, that's not what you do. You're supposed to react.
And the sheriff had just gone through this type of training several weeks before that on the correct things to do.
It's just sad to watch. But the longer this drags out, the angry those parents are getting.
Oh, so who wouldn't be angry? I mean, who wouldn't just be angry when you got all that law enforcement sitting out there and they're sitting out doing nothing for over an hour? Nothing.
Just sad.
Just makes your blood boil. You got those kids in there and the teachers in there, and you got all those cops out there just sitting around doing nothing, waiting for someone to make a decision. They should have just barged in there and did what they were trained to do.
I don't think that story's going away anytime soon.
It doesn't look like it. I mean, it's just a tragedy. But just I guess it's good that this citizen yesterday or the day before, I think it was the day before, was there with license to carry a gun and was able to shoot the shooter, so no one else was shot.
So, yeah, he's being praised as a hero. Like I said, he saved a lot of lives. So
yeah.
Luckily, he acted quickly and took action. So hats off to him.
Yeah, that's good. Being able to be there in the right place at the right time. All right, what else is going on, Bob? Anything at all? We got a few more minutes here.
Like I said, just want to remind people, this Saturday at Coastal Pines Technical College, 912 Sports is having their media day. Looking forward to that. All the area coaches and players will be in town for that event. A lot of D1 players will be on hand, so be a fun event. Looking forward to it. Coach Shaw will be on hand as well. He'll be here Friday, so he'll let us know what players he's taking to the media day. But it's a big event. It's a nice event 912 Sports does. They bring all the coaches, and like I said, anybody in this 912 area, and they get a great attendance as well. It's amazing how many coaches show up. Like I said, those magazines have been good for this area. They've promoted a lot of kids. I say it all the time. It's amazing how many Wayne County kids have been on the cover of that magazine over the years, and they're featured inside it. So it's been an asset to Wayne County. So it's a good magazine if you like high school sports. And like I said, they cover all sports, not just football,
all year long.
Baseball, volleyball, wrestling,
summer,
the whole nine things. So plus they have their year-end banquet where they recognize everybody. So they've done a good job, and I said that it's fun that it's going to be here in Wayne County at Coastal Pines Technical College. But the public is invited if they want to come by and take part in the event.
Okay.
Football's here. Softball's here. Just got the softball schedule. Their first game, August 2nd, they got a scrimmage. So
a scrimmage on August 2nd?
So it is here.
Okay. Who are they playing in the scrimmage? You remember?
Effingham County.
Effingham, just a scrimmage. When's the first regular season game? You know right offhand?
The first game at home is like August 9th or something like that.
All right. So girls softball coming up, football coming up. Remember when it used to get years ago, back when we were in school, that the week after July 4th meant halfway through the summer?
Right.
Well, now it's just 4 weeks away before school starts back. It's not halfway through the summer. It's 2/3 of the way through summer.
It's going to be interesting what all is going to be discussed tonight for James E. Bacon, where they got the contingency plan in place or what else is going to take place. But there's a lot of information that needs to get out. So looking forward to that meeting at 6 o'clock to see what the game plan is. I was driving by there. I don't think it's ready.
Well, they were constructing this past year. I'm sure they'll probably go a lot of the things they did this last year until they get it completed. I've seen some construction projects around town that was going hard and heavy. It doesn't look like they've done anything for a month. Other ones, supply problems. You talk to folks, supply problems and labor problems. You can't get what you want to put in there, and you can't find somebody to do it for you.
Talk to them. It's trucking problems. Like they're waiting for the truck to arrive, and there's nobody driving the trucks.
Yeah, it's just all kinds of stuff, So
it's just a mess.
It is a mess. It is a mess, and so I'm sure that they have been putting the thinking caps on and get a plan worked out. Getting the plan worked out for getting things worked out for the contingency plans for the students to be able to go to James E. Bacon starting next month. All right. Anything else?
That's it. Go National League.
Go National League.
Let's hope the National League.
All-Star game tonight there in L.A. Yep. Hopefully some of the Braves players will do well. 5 of them going to be representing the National League.
Looking forward to seeing what Kirby's got to say today at Media Day in Atlanta. So that'll be fun.
Media Day, huh?
And Media Day is taking place. SEC Media Days. And it's in Atlanta. I don't know if it's in Hoover, Alabama, but this year they moved it to Atlanta. So,
okay.
But Stetson's one of the players that will be on hand, so it'll be interesting what he's got to say. They were talking about him last night on the SEC network, talking about how he's going to be a lot better this year than he was last year because he gets all the reps this year. And last year he was the third-string quarterback going into camp. This year he's definitely the starter, so he gets all the reps. They said they're going to probably get better this year than he was last year.
Good. Well, go Stetson.
The mailman delivers.
He sure does. All right, Bob, have a good day. World-famous Butch and Bob show right here on WIFO, brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, by Murphy Builder Supply, First Southern Bank, and Van's Barbecue.